Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku.co daily stock market review for the trading day ending Monday, September 22nd. Well, firstly to the S&P 500, and here we see a very large black body candle forming a new first time frame downtrend today. Sellers coming into the market very strongly following the close of last week. Last Friday we saw the spinning top type candle at the end of an uptrend. That day we made a new major high at the 2019 level, and it did set the market up for the change of trend that we have seen today. Following the strong rally over the 2000 level and the buyers taking control and testing up around the highs at 2011, we then saw the market, the buyers lose control of the market with this spinning top type candle, and we're looking for confirmation of a change of trend, and we've seen that today. The sellers are quite strong here in this candle today, taking control, being strongly committed, opening up towards the high and closing down towards the low, and importantly closing in a bearish manner down below the round number 2000, and also closing in a bearish manner down below the Tenkan-sen indicator, suggesting that we have a change of sentiment in the short-term time frame. We still do have a bullish market in the long-term and medium-term time frames, and that's supported by the Chikou span, so we're looking for support to come in. But if we look at the Kijun-sen, that's pointing flat, price action tends to be attracted back towards a flat Kijun-sen, so we'll be looking for continuation of the trend to the downside, initially looking for that support around the Kijun-sen, around the 1980 area roughly. Now, just looking at that megaphone type pattern that we saw form, and here we have the fifth point that made this major high at 2019, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they do tend to terminate after 5 points. So what we're looking for here is a bearish breakout down below the bottom barrier. Now the sellers will have to be very strong to break out down below and close down below. They will need to trade through the Kijun-sen indicator and then down through that bottom barrier. As we move further into the week, that bottom barrier will be moving lower. The problem here for this is that the market will then, if we see any follow through after that, be interacting with the cloud, and we'd expect the cloud to hold as some support. But throughout the next week, the amount of cloud down below here is really quite thin, so the amount of potential support here is relatively small, but still may be relatively strong. So that's something that we should be watching for if we do see that close down below the bottom barrier. But just because we see these patterns form, it doesn't mean that we are going to see this major reversal in the market. These megaphone patterns or broadening formations are quite hard to trade. Sometimes you can have the market taking out that lower barrier and then the buyers coming back in. But the story here is about volatility now after this very efficient uptrending price action and congestion. And we see the buyers strong enough to take out the previous peaks here, but the sellers strong enough to take out the previous troughs. So a lot of indecision in the market, and there's a big battle going on between the buyers and the sellers here. Just looking at our bands at the moment, here we have the squeeze going on at the moment. Previously we saw the bullish breakout up above the Ichimoku cloud, following the market testing up above there, and we didn't see the follow through that we like to see, and this is important here. So the activity up above the upper band says that we have a strong market in terms of upside trend, but to confirm the strength in that market, what we want to see following the bullish bracket is continued bullishness, and we have greater confidence in the move then developing. What we saw for Friday's close after the bullish breakout was an indecisive candle, and it didn't give us a lot of confidence in the move developing further. We then saw today the trend change, and if we look at where the market tested to, just around the lows here at the bottom band. So very, very important support coming up for the market tomorrow, roughly about this 1991 area. If we see a bearish close down below there, it will suggest that we have a weak market, a market that's strong to the downside, and then what we'd like to see is some strong bearish follow through to confirm the weakness. But we do have the squeeze going on, and this market is set up for trending price action in either direction, but the follow through is going to confirm that direction.